Hello, my name is Malin, and this is my day analysis project I've done for the show Dexter. Basically, I rewatched the show and I recorded all the crimes and murders that occur, and I've compiled it all into this slideshow. Real quick before I get into my slideshow, I just want to show you my Excel sheet so I can show you what I've recorded. So I have the episode titles, the ratings, the crimes, and the crimes are based on this list over here. I also recorded a number of male and female criminals, number of male and female murder victims, specifically the number of people Dexter kills, the type of people Dexter kills based on these, and the last column is the season killer kills. Every season has a different antagonist that the Miami Metro PD is trying to find. So in season 1, it's the Ash Truck Killer. All right, now I'm going to get into my slideshow. So a few notes I had when recording data was just, so those included as criminals are only those that committed crimes on screen. Just because Dexter killed them doesn't mean I recorded them as a criminal. If someone is being held hostage and mayhem occurs, mayhem is recorded but not abduction. Crimes can imply abduction, and abduction was only recorded if it was the only crime. Murders and flashbacks to Dexter's past don't count. Attempted murder was only recorded if a recurring character was attacked and no other crime fit, or if it was committed by the season killer, and if Dexter takes a killer but ultimately lets them live, or at least for the time being, then abduction was not recorded. This is just a little hierarchy I made so you can understand a little more. But basically, if the victim dies, I always recorded murder, and if one of these happened, even if someone was abducted, I was recorded this one anyway. So I'm gonna start by talking about the ratings. All these are just taken from IMDb on a scale of 10, with 10 being the highest rating. This is just a box and whisker plot of the ratings. So you can see that the highest rated episode is the season 4 finale, The Getaway, rated at 9.8. The median rating is 8.5 and the average is 8.46. And there are also 3 low outliers. So there's also the last 2 episodes of season 8, Monkey in a Box at 7.2, Goodbye Miami at 6.9, and Remember the Monsters all the way down at 4.7. This is just the same data, but it's by season. You can see a lot of them have upward trends leading towards the finale. Season 5 kind of levels out at the end. Season 6 and 7 are a little choppy, and then season 8 just like goes down. These are season averages and standard deviations. The standard deviation can kind of be thought of as how consistent each season's episodes are when compared to each other. So season 2 is the lowest standard deviation and second highest average rating. So it basically has 12 really good episodes. The highest average rating was season 4 with 8.89 and a standard deviation of 0.49, and lowest was obviously season 8 with 7.46 as the average and 0.97 as the standard deviation. Now, a thing that happens a lot in crime shows, the episodes where they like are a victim or get hurt somehow, get abducted, they tend to have higher ratings. But with Dexter, because he's a serial killer, we're like rooting for him, but we also want him to get caught. So with Dexter, the episodes with higher ratings are not where he gets hurt. It's where he has a close call. It's where like he's concerned, paranoid, or even arrested. So this is just a list of episodes that I collected and I took the ratings. And so the average of those episodes is 8.97 compared to the series average of 8.47. So there is definitely a higher rating when Dexter is like concerned, when Dexter's like concerned about being caught. Also, like these 4 from season 2, because that's the most Dexter paranoid season. And this is some other ratings. So the 49 episodes where Dexter kills someone have an average rating of 8.55, while the 47 episodes where he doesn't kill someone have an average rating of 8.38. There's not a huge difference there, but it is higher when he kills someone, and that might just be because he usually kills the season killer in the season finale, and those tend to be the highest rated of the season. And then the 39 episodes where any season killer commits murder have an average rating of 8.4, while the 57 episodes where they don't kill someone have an average rating of 8.5. So that's like an even smaller difference, but it is strange that it's lower when they do kill someone. And I'm going to get into the crimes of the show. So the crimes are recorded were murder, abduction, arson, mayhem, other, and attempted murder. And in case you've ever heard mayhem used in a like criminal sense, it is the criminal act of disabling, disfiguring, cutting off, or making useless one of the members, like arm, hand, foot, eye, of another, either intentionally or in a fight, called maiming. That's just from dictionary.law.com. And then the crimes I didn't record were breaking and entering, trespassing, obstruction of justice, dog napping, destruction of property, stealing, desecration of a corpse, police brutality, and child abuse. These things all happen in the show, but were not recorded as being anything on any of my graphs. Okay, now this is just a tree map of all the crimes that occur. So obviously there's the most murders with 74. There's 24 abductions, 8 attempted murders, 5 arsons, 3 mayhems, and 3 others. With a lot of the other crime shows I've done, murder is usually right around 2/3, and that pattern continues here, except with other shows, it's generally like maybe a little over 2/3, like closer to 67 or 68%, where this one is actually closer to 63%, so it's a little under 2/3. And then the others that occur are human trafficking in Love American Style, filling a motel room with the blood of like 5 people, which is probably a biohazard, and also destruction of property in Seeing Red, and dumping blood on the police, which is definitely also a biohazard in Get Geller. The mayhems that occur are cutting limbs off in Let's Give the Boy a Hand, removing skin in About Last Night, and cutting off a guy's tongue in Remember the Monster. Now, a couple general facts about the crimes. So there are 2 people, Brother Sam and Deb, who are shot in one episode but die in the following episode. And so the episode where they are attacked is one recorded as having that crime, but everyone else in the show dies within one episode, if not already being dead when like Miami PD gets there. And then one mayhem occurs in season 1 and another in season 3, and the last one doesn't happen until the final episode in season 8. And there are 28 episodes where 2 crimes occur and one with 3 crimes, and that one is the British invasion, the season 2 finale. Crimes in that episode are murder, arson, and abduction. Okay, now we're going to get into the criminals and the season killers and Dexter. So this is the gender ratio of the criminals. So obviously there's a lot more men than women. So the females about 18% of the total, and with other crime shows I've done, ratio is a little higher in this show, but there also are a lot fewer criminals total, and these do include Dexter and the season killers, who are all men. So generally each season has a serial killer that the Miami PD is looking for, and that's where I recorded as a season killer. So I recorded the crimes committed by those killers separately from all other killers because they're the biggest repeat offenders. And the biggest exception is season 2 when Dexter is a season killer, because that's when they're looking for the Bayhammer Butcher, but as recorded as murders the same. So this is another tree map of who commits all of the murders. So obviously Dexter commits the most with 56. Brian Mosey the airstrike killer commits 9. George King the Skinner commits 5. Arthur Mitchell Trinity killer commits 5. Carlos and Marco Fuentes commit 7. Travis Marshall 9. Isaac Sirko 7, and Oliver Saxon 8. Various police, including Deb, Quinn, and Dokes, commit 7. All the other miscellaneous killers commit 39 murders. And also I just have a slide of each of the season killers so you can see all the crimes they committed. So starting with in season 1 with Brian Moses / Rudy Cooper, the ice truck killer. He kills 9 on screen, and he's confessed to killing 2 prior, including the real Rudy Cooper. He also commits the mayhem, cutting off limbs, other of filling a motel room with the blood of 5 people, abduction of taking Deb hostage across 2 episodes. Now, as I mentioned in season 2, there really is no season killer. There is Lila Ternay or Lila West, and so she kills 1 on screen. She kills Dokes. And prior to the season, she claimed to have killed a boyfriend in a fire. She also commits arson, setting fire to her apartment twice and to the cabin, and 1 abduction of taking Astor and Cody. Season 3 is George King the Skinner. He kills 5 on screen. We don't know if he has any prior kills. He commits the mayhem of removing Anton's skin, as well as the abductions of Anton and Dexter in 2 separate episodes. In season 4, there's Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer. So he kills 5 on screen, and obviously because he does have like a whole thing with the 4 types of murders, he kills 1 woman in a bathtub, makes 1 woman jump off a building, bludgeons 1 man, kills Kyle Butler, and he kills Rita. And prior to the season, I wrote 262, 274, according to 2 internet sources, because obviously he's been killing for like 30 years. We also don't know really how often he was killing, but I googled how many people his Trinity Killer killed to see if like the creators of the show said anything, and I did find like a Screen Rant and a Reddit thread from like 10 years ago gave these 2 numbers. And the only other crime he commits is the abduction of taking the little boy to kill him, but Dexter saves the boy. In season 5, there's Carlos and Marco Fuentes. Their monikers are Santa Muerte killers, and they kill 7 on screen. We don't know about any prior murders, and they also commit the attempted murder of slitting a guy's throat. And notably, Deb killed Carlos, and Marco entirely disappeared after that episode. She killed Carlos in episode 7 of season 5, but then the last 4 episodes, they're not mentioned at all. So also in season 5, main people that are antagonizing Dexter are Jordan Chase and his murder associates. So their moniker is like the Barrel Girls case. And there's only 1 on-screen kill, which was committed by Jordan Chase, but they did kill 12 prior to the season, and the other crimes are abduction across the episodes. First was towards the start with Boyd Fowler for holding Lumen in his house, and then the last 2 episodes were Jordan Chase for abducting her, and these guys were also not the season killers. But that's the interesting thing about season 5 is that there are these 2 big cases, the Fuentes brothers at the start and Jordan Chase at the end. Season 6, there was Travis Marshall. His moniker is the Doomsday Killer. He kills 9 on screen and admits to killing 3 prior to the season. He also commits 4 abductions, which are holding Batista hostage and abducting Dexter. That's 1 episode. Abducting holding a victim over 2 episodes, and abducting Harrison. He also sets fire to a room and to the ocean. That's also the same episode. And he dumps blood on the police. And in season 7, there was Isaac Sirko. He didn't really have a nickname, but he kills 7 on screen, and we don't know if we don't necessarily know that he's killed anyone prior to the season, but he's like a mob guy or something. So he probably has killed people before, but we just don't know about them. And he never exactly committed any other crimes because he had others carry them out for him, such as the abduction of Hannah. And much like the Fuentes brothers, he was not killed by Dexter, but by by his associate George, although Dexter did still put him in the ocean. And in season 8, there was Oliver Saxon, the brain surgeon. So he killed 8 on screen, killed 8 prior to the season, and he also commits the mayhem of cutting out a guy's tongue. Finally, in season 7 and season 8, we also had Hannah McKay. She kills 4 people on screen. She kills 4 prior to this season, including her little murder spree with Maureen Randall. And she also commits the attempted murder of Deb twice. And Hannah is the only other killer to appear across seasons and is not a season killer. And these are the kills committed by members of the police. So Father Knows Best and See-Through Dokes kills suspects. In Circle Us, Deb kills Carlos Fuentes, one of the Santa Muerte killers. In Just Let Go, an unnamed officer kills a suspect who Dexter knows is innocent. In The Dark Whatever, Quinn kills George because he threatened Katya. In Surprise Mother Effer, Deb kills LaGreta. And in Every Silver Lining, Deb kills a hitman. Obviously, all these are bad, but these 6 are the most illegal of all of them because they're not even on duty when they killed them. And finally, we gotta talk about Dexter Morgan, the Bay Harbor Butcher. So since he's the main killer, most of the data I collected is specific to him, including his kill count and the types of criminals he kills. So these are the types of criminals he kills. He kills 43 murderers, 3 abductors, 5 are innocent, and 5 are other. His whole code is killing people who are criminals or who are harming others, and so therefore most of them are murderers. And 77% of the people he kills on screen were murderers. These are his kills by season. So in season 1, he killed 7, 6 murderers and 1 other, and he did kill the season killer. Season 2, killed 8, 6 murderers and 2 abductors. Season 3, he killed 8, 6 murderers, 1 innocent and 1 other, and he did kill the Skinner. In season 4, there were only 5 dead, with 4 murders and 1 innocent, and he did kill Trinity. In season 5, there were 7 dead, 5 murderers, 1 abductor, and 1 innocent, and he did not kill either of the Fuentes. In season 6, there were 10 dead, 8 murderers, 1 innocent, and 1 other, and he did kill Travis Marshall. In season 7, he killed 7, 6 murderers, 1 innocent, and he did not kill Isaac Serco. And finally, in season 8, there were 4 dead, 2 murderers, and 2 others, and he did kill Travis Marshall. So his deadliest season is season 6. Now, there were 2 people Dexter killed who weren't necessarily murdered. So Dexter was responsible for Camilla's death in season 3, but it was consensual assisted suicide. That's the word I was looking for. It was assisted suicide, almost. She told him how miserable she was, and she said she wanted to die. I don't remember if she specifically asked him to kill her, but he did. And Dexter was also partially responsible for Beth Dorsey's death in season 6, but he just pushed her into a locked room. She was killed with her own gas, which is kind of also assisted suicide when you think about it. Anyway, neither of these deaths are included anywhere because they weren't technically murdered, so they're not included in the murder victim graph either, but I just wanted to note those things. Now, these next 2 slides I put a lot of thought into. These are the Dexter murders we didn't see, at least based on my presumptions, purely from viewing it and not using any outside internet sources. So in season 2, episode 9, the police get Dexter's slides, and if you pause, he has 46. In the first 21 episodes, Dexter kills 11 people on screen. We can therefore infer that he has killed 35 people since he was 20. I don't remember the exact episode, but I think it's season 8 he says he has been killing since he was 20. Also, Michael C. Hall, the actor that plays Dexter, was 35 in the first season, so if we're assuming that Dexter's the same age as the actor, then he's killed 35 people in 15 years. Then at the beginning of season 3, episode 1, Dexter has 4 slides. In the 3 episodes between Dexter's slides getting taken and now, he kills 4, but only gets the slides from 2 victims. So we can infer that he killed 2 from season 2 to season 3. And those 2 victims are they're drug runners or something. When Dokes escapes the cabin, they abduct Dokes, and so Dexter kills them, but he doesn't take a slide because he didn't do the whole kill room with plastic wrap thing. In season 4, episode 6, Dexter has 21 slides. Subtracting the 4 from above and the 10 from the episodes in between, Dexter has killed 7 people in the maybe year and a half between season 3 and season 4. And in season 5, episode 1, Dexter says he has watched 67 people die, which perfectly adds up with everything above. He has 67 blood slides at this point, except it does not include the 3 people he did not take blood slides from, which, as I said, are the 2 drug runners and Oscar Prado, who is innocent. Continuing, at the end of season 6, episode 3, Dexter has 43 slides. In the 21 episodes since we last saw his slides, he's killed 15 on screen. However, he doesn't take a slide from 2 victims, leaving 13 slides. So we can infer that he killed 8 people between season 5 and season 6. But while putting in the slide, Dexter drops the box. Then, almost halfway into season 7, episode 1, Dexter looks at his slides. Due to the angle, I couldn't count the exact amount, but there are at least 11 open spots. I did count 11 open spots. And I would guess he was down to about 35 slides. Basically, Dexter definitely broke a few when he dropped the box. Then in season 7, Dexter takes a slide from Victor, who he kills in the first episode, and his next kill is Ray Speltzer. He knows that he can't take slides anymore, so he burns the box with Ray. And finally, based on the above numbers, Dexter's killed only 94 people total, but the Dexter Wiki has a comprehensive list of 144 deaths, including those from New Blood. I have seen New Blood. I don't think he killed that many people in there, but obviously accounts will differ. I just skimmed the Dexter Wiki thing, but it did look like they're using some extraneous sources outside the show. But if you're going solely based on the show and only the stuff that's in the show, then he's killed 94. 77 of the people Dexter kills are murderers, but these are the ones who are not murderers. So he kills a human trafficker in Love American Style. He kills the 2 drug guys / abductors in Left Turn Ahead. He kills a pedophile in The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Kills an abductor in Hop a Freighter. Kills another human trafficker / robber in This Is the Way the World Ends. He kind of kills him in self-defense. He kills a burglar in Every Silver Lining, and he kills a cannibal in What's Eating Dexter Morgan. Now, obviously, a cannibal is a murderer, but it's also a whole nother level. It's worse. And then Dexter's innocent victims are Oscar Prado in The Lion Sleeps Tonight, kind of kills him in self-defense. Jonathan Farrow in Slack Tide, he mistook him for the real killer, and so he did actually get a blood slide from him and did the whole plastic wrap thing. He kills a man in a bathroom out of anger and my bad. He kills Norm, the motel owner in Nebraska, which was kind of self-defense. Norm was kind of blackmailing him a little bit. And then he kills Clint McKay in The Dark Whatever. He was Hannah's father, and he was a jerk, but he was innocent. And then the other Dexter stats, there are 3 episodes where Dexter kills 2 people, and 1 where he kills 3. And Dexter kills 53 men and 3 women. And the women Dexter kills are in Season 1, Episode 5, Season 2, Episode 12, and Season 4, Episode 4. Why didn't I write the episode titles? I don't know. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the victims. This is the graph of the ratio of the gender. What I find really interesting about this is that, as I've mentioned, I've done other data projects for crime shows, but it's usually split. There's always a 2/3, 1/3 split, but it's always 2/3 female, 1/3 male. So I was a little surprised that this was 2/3 male and 1/3 female. However, I am including Dexter's murder victims in here, and obviously he kills a lot of men. He kills of all the men here, he kills half of them. So I also made this graph, which is the gender of the murder victims that weren't killed by Dexter, which is a little more even, but it's still mostly male, with 41 female and 55 male. And then the manner of death, so it's the ways people died. 135 were killed by someone else, 3 killed themselves, and then there's the other 2 wrongful deaths caused by Dexter specifically. And a few episodes do have the police going to scenes of deaths that aren't murder, maybe like a car crash or something, but these are not counted. And so the total number of murders by season, so in Season 1, there's 23 deaths, Dexter kills 7, and the extra killer kills 9, and then the other 7 are committed by other killers. Season 2, there were 14, and 8 by Dexter and 6 by other. Season 3 had 15, 8 by Dexter, 5 by the Skinner, and 2 by other. Season 4 had 14 deaths, 5 by Dexter, 5 by Trinity, and 4 by other. Season 5 had 17, 7 by Dexter, 7 by the Santa Muerte killers, and 3 by other. Season 6 had 24, 10 by Dexter, 9 by the Doomsday Killer, and 5 by other. And season 7 was the deadliest season, with Dexter killing 7, Isaac killing 7, and 14 being killed by others. I think this is just so high because obviously Isaac had other little people associated with him who were killing people. And finally, Season 8 had 17 dead, 4 by Dexter, 8 by the brain surgeon, and 5 by other. The single deadliest episode was The Dark Whatever, has the murders of 8 people by 3 different criminals, starting with Joe Jensen, the Phantom Arsonist, who kills 5, Quinn kills George for threatening Katya, and Dexter kills Joe Jensen and Hannah's father. And I also want to talk a little bit about the characters. So James Stokes appeared in 24 episodes and was killed by Lila in the British Invasion. He was kidnapped twice over 5 episodes. He was abducted by some guys in Let's Give the Boy a Hand and was held by Dexter for the last 4 episodes of Season 2. He also killed 2 people in Father Knows Best and See-Through. Maria LaGuerta appeared in 84 episodes before being killed by Deb in Surprise Mother Effer, and she committed no murders and was only a victim once, above, but she was able to figure out Dexter as the Bay Harbor Butcher. Angel Batista appeared in 96 episodes and survived. He was stabbed by Rudy Cooper in Seeing Red, and he was held hostage by Travis Marshall in Talk to the Hand, but obviously he survived both of those. Deborah Morgan appeared in 96 episodes before being shot in the penultimate episode and dying in the finale. She was abducted by Rudy Cooper in Truth Be Told and Born Free. She was shot by Christine Hill in Dex Takes a Holiday. She kills Carlos Fuentes in Circle Us. In Buck the System, Ray Spelter tries to kill her in his maze. She kills LaGuerta in Surprise Mother Effer. In Every Silver Lining, Deb kills a hitman, and Hannah tries to poison Deb in Do You See What I See and A Little Reflection, the former causing her to get in a car crash. Dexter Morgan appeared in 96 episodes and ultimately faked his death. He was stabbed by Santos Jimenez in Morning Comes. He was abducted by George King in Do You Take Dexter Morgan. In Hop a Freighter, he was abducted by Stan Liddy. Travis Marshall abducted him in Talk to the Hand, and Ray Spelter tried to kill Dexter in Run. And then Dexter's family also goes through a lot. Rita appeared in 49 episodes before being killed by Trinity in The Getaway. Astor appeared in 47 episodes before moving to Orlando. She was abducted by Lila in the British Invasion. Cody appeared in 46 episodes before moving to Orlando. He was abducted by Lila in the British Invasion. And Harrison appeared in 49 episodes until the end of the series. He was abducted by Travis Marshall, and This Is the Way the World Ends, ultimately ended up living with Hannah. Also, Astor and Cody are like triple orphans when you think about it, because they lost their mom, their biological dad, Paul, and Dexter, their stepdad. And so this is the end of my slideshow. There will eventually be a New Blood slideshow. As of recording this, I haven't started it yet, but I do plan on doing it in future, and I will put a link when I have it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. I do have quite a few crime show data projects on my channel, and I will definitely be doing more in the future, including New Blood.